I was thinking, what a beautiful day. The only thing that could make it better is a dead body. And then you called. If you were more of a flowers make my day kind of guy, we could have met at the florist. But it's dead bodies for you, so here you go. What do we have? Deceased male, in his 20s. Driver's license says his name is Zael12. Did you read that right? Zael12? Give me that. Oh, here's your problem. When the A melts into the E, it makes an ELO sound. Our victim's name is Xylophone 12. How'd he end up here? Group of speedwalkers found him this morning. Speedwalkers? You know, it's where you walk as fast as you can without going into a running stride. Isn't that just walking with extra steps? Sure, boss. You know what's interesting? This whole park is dedicated to running and hiking, and our victim here is just in his regular street clothes. I wonder how he got here. Our victim was loaded with technology. Phone, Apple Watch, headphones, battery charger. His electric bill must have been huge. iPhone? Let me see that. Might be able to find a clue. Or get an upgrade. There's heavy bruising on the right side of the body. Looks to be from blunt force trauma. Evidence of water in the airways. We'll need to send this to autopsy to confirm the cause of death. What is this? Not sure. It was found here with the body. We'll have it sent to the coroner along with the victim for an autopsy. Did you know our victim had a snap streak over 9,001? Oh wait, that was 1006. The phone was upside down. And it's covered in all this soot. There's carbon dioxide all over EA Sports 1-2 fingers. The question now is, where did it all go? Well, scientists' observations have pointed to an excess of CO2 building up over the Arctic. Mainly due from industrial pollution, increase in energy consumption, and deforestation over the last few centuries. I have a connection to the North Pole. I wonder what excess CO2 has to do with our victim. This odorless gas stinks of murder. What happened? I just won $100 on a scratch-off ticket. Car's this way. If you're gonna ride in the front, grab the booster seat out of the back. Ha! So, who'd you connect with the North Pole? Santa Claus? Yep. Are you serious? You talking about the guy who drives a sled led by flying reindeer? His friends call him St. Nick. And back in '74, I helped him out with a miser issue, so he owes me a favor. Well, hey, can you put a good word in for me? How about you eat your vegetables and show him you're a good boy? 'Cause veggies taste yucky. What was that? Nothing. I'm going to eat some veggies right now. Chips. What?
Hello? Is this Amazon? I called 3 days ago about my order of mini marshmallows.
No. This is Hal Ketchum.
Hal, how are you?
I'm good, Nick.
Hey, great to hear you're doing well. You're always a small town Saturday night type. I'm sure you didn't call to talk about the old days. What's up?
We're following the trail of excess CO2. My partner seems to think that it's headed your way. Have you seen anything unusual?
Well, if you call record high temperatures and melting permafrost and snow caps unusual, then I'd have to answer yes to that.
Is this directly from the CO2?
Not directly, but thanks to all this extra CO2 in the atmosphere, thermal energy is being trapped near the surface. These little hotheads are extra destructive in large numbers.
Tell me more about this thermal energy.
Hey, I said one at a time on the diving board. Well, I'd love to, but I gotta play lifeguard at the swimming pool I just installed in the factory. Those elves come up with real bad ideas real quick. Good catching up. No running!
So what do you think? Are we on the right path? Christmas just came early. Santa just gift wrapped our new suspect. Chip? Justin, get the chief of police on the phone. We need to question one of his suspects. Here you go, boss. It's ringing.
Rudy?
Chief, Special Agent Hal Ketchum from CSI. I wanted to come in and question one of your...
Turn ahead, man. Fork, hurry for a fork.
That was not the chief of police. Get your act together, or I'm going to send you back to patrol in the science teacher hallways at Northeast High School. No, boss, don't send me back to that beat. That's so terrifying there. They're so smart. So handsome. Sorry, I won't make the mistake again. Where's the perp? Bathroom break?
No, boss. Suspect's in that glass of water. It's like an energy Azkaban.
I told you I never got into the Lord of the Rings series.
Or the Harry Potter series.
What does this mean? It means that our suspect is trapped in that glass of water unless the room freezes. Alright, why don't you just start with that? What's our perp's name? Its name is Little Kelvin, and it was arrested for organizing a mob of thermal energy to harass the St. Lutheran's Church down on 12th Street. Says here they overheated the air conditioning and all the church members were super uncomfortable in their stuffy Sunday clothes. So a nobody spark of energy just starts organizing large mobs? Doesn't sound right. And to target the church on 12th? That's where the people wear the stuffiest Sunday suits. Do you think little Calvin had outside help? Oh, I know he did. We just need to find out who. How do you work this thing? Just put on the headset and talk through the microphone. I'm looking for Lil Kelvin.
Right here, fool. I know nothing about nothing. You feel me?
Organizing a mob just to irritate some good-hearted churchgoers. Sounds like a waste of energy for all the hassle it's worth.
You'd be surprised what you think is worthwhile when you're bouncing around the surface, you dig?
Even so, a low-level crook like you doesn't have the sway to organize large mobs. Who told you to target the St. Lutheran's Church?
Snitches get stitches, man. I ain't telling you badges, Jack.
If you don't give up your Connect, I will personally request that you spend 3 to 5 years in the warm water cycle at the Baltimore Orioles laundry room.
Yo, threats mean nothing to me.
On Dirty White's Day.
Okay, dang, you one cold-blooded dude. There's this club for thermal energy out in water by the equator. It's run by the Ocean Mafia. That's all I know.
Thanks. You've been real helpful.
You know, we wouldn't be up to no good if the CO2 in the atmosphere would let us escape the surface. We spent day after day rising from the surface, only to be reflected by the surface. We were tired of this planet and went to explore the universe. But your atmosphere...
What'd they say? It sounded like a hothead.
There's a club out near the equator, and the Ocean Mafia is running the whole operation.
The ocean covers 70% of the Earth. Where are we going to find our next lead?
The state has one of their underbosses locked up, serving time for water polo racketeering. I think it's time we pay Saul a visit.
If the ocean mafia is involved, something big must be going down.
This case just went off the deep end.
So I says to the guy, hey, just because you got New York license plate doesn't mean it doubles as a handicap sticker.
Hello, this is Hal.
Hi, Hale. Dr. Kilpatrick. I have your autopsy results.
Great. What'd you find out about our victim?
The victim, Axel Rose, 12, suffered a lethal impact to the right side of the body, a large object moving at high speed.
And what about the water in the airways?
Post-mortem, the victim must have been surrounded by water after the impact.
CO2, thermal energy. What's the connection?
You must be able to connect the dots after I tell you about the autopsy of the object found at the scene. I've never experienced an autopsy like this before. As soon as I made the first incision, I knew I was in for a wild ride. High winds, warm water vapor, lightning, and volume of rain. There's no question that this object is a Category 5 hurricane.
That would explain the trauma. A hurricane of that size has sustained wind speeds of 157 miles an hour. Getting hit with anything bigger than a textbook at that speed would kill anyone. Thanks, Doc.
Hale, when you catch the suspect, charge them with flooding a government building. I'm never going to get that saltwater smell out of my carpet.
What's up, boss? Autopsy confirmed the murder weapon was a hurricane.
How did a hurricane end up at the park?
I have a feeling that we're going to find that Saul is in the eye of the storm.
They told me the mighty Hal Ketchum was coming. I expected you to be taller.
Aren't you a little short to be a storm maker?
Ha! Do you know how to get these depressions going? You just throw a little wind speed at them, see? Then you watch them turn into a real storm. But you just want to make them into a minor disturbance? You just ignore them for a little while. They dissipate after a few hours.
Saul. Why don't you tell me why a one-time water polo racketeering guy becomes such a voluminous liquid asset to the ocean mafia?
What can I say? They saw the great capillary action within me. Besides, it ain't like nobody got hurt by the polo balls. I mean, I just helped make sure they was neither over nor underinflated.
Patriots joke.
Could you imagine what would happen if you tried to play with underinflated balls? Madness! It'd be like trying to control pressure on a coastal scale. Insane!
Controlling pressures on a coastal scale. Heated waters help with hurricanes which form from colliding pressures. We noticed there's a club that's gaining a lot of membership lately. Spill!
What are you talking about? I've been tied up here. I don't know nothing about no thermal energy. Speaking of which, is it getting a little hot in here? Or is it just my specific heat capacity?
What's the matter, Saul? You're looking a little bit more viscous than usual.
Alright, I'll spill. See that little club of ours? It ain't your average club. We's gathering us and storing a bunch of energy.
Get to the point. Why?
Look, Hal, I ain't saying we controls the hurricanes or nothing. But let's just say the coast is very grateful when they don't get a hurricane. They so appreciative, see, that they gives us some money about once a month or so for not having a hurricane there.
That's it. You're not going to see the water cycle for a long time.
Actually, Hal, yous ain't gonna see me's for a while. See, I'm all contaminated, and I might go stop by the water treatment plant to get purified. Get one of them 3-phase filter jobs done. Then I'm gonna head to Vinny's Oyster Bar. Anyways, stay hydrophobic.
Boss, he's escaping down the drain. We had him singing like a jailbird and he just slipped through our fingers.
But the Ocean Mafia is responsible for the hurricane. We have to go after him.
No, Justin. Our prime suspect has dissolved for now. But there's another prime suspect. And I know who it is. Saul just gave me the clue that broke the surface tension on this case wide open.
What a torrent of a case this has been. I've got to get this report done before something else comes up. Xeon 12 was found dead in the middle of a park. I noticed some CO2 on his fingers. Justin claimed the CO2 went to the Arctic. I called a contact of mine at the North Pole. Justin's hunch turned out to be a hot lead. Literally. The excess CO2 traps thermal energy at the surface, and the Arctic is experiencing an increase in climate and ecosystem changes. The environmental damage was the result of increased numbers of thermal energy in the atmosphere. I reached out to the chief of police to speak with a thermal energy suspect at police headquarters. Little Kelvin didn't want to give up its connect, but I needed more information. After one of my dirtiest threats, Little Kelvin told me to check out this club run by the Ocean Mafia. The clue timed nicely with Dr. Kilpatient's autopsy results of Xerox 182. The doctor's information confirmed that the victim died from a Category 5 hurricane that came from the same location as the club Little Kelvin spoke of. We needed to check out the new Ocean Mafia club. Trouble is, there's no way to permeate it without a good reason, so we did the next best thing and interviewed Saul Ubel, a mafia underboss locked up at state. Saul was a talker, and fortunately, he didn't know when to stop. Once Saul spilled about the hurricane extortion, the case was just about closed. Unfortunately, the room the prison gave us had a drain that our prime suspect used to escape. The Ocean Mafia has been developing hurricanes for decades. Small-time stuff, mostly. Category 2s, Category 3s. But recently, the hurricanes have become more intense. They've been pumping out Category 5 hurricanes like Chef Coriolis from Mother Nature's kitchen. It made me think, what has changed that has allowed these knuckle-headed gangsters to intensify their hurricanes? Then it hit me. The murder trail leads right to where it started. Our victim is a technology addict who's consuming large quantities of energy, and most energy we use is generated from burning fossil fuels and converting that energy into electrical energy. This produces carbon dioxide that our victim carelessly releases into the atmosphere, thus starting a chain reaction of events that creates a Category 5 hurricane that comes back to kill our victim. Our victim is the other prime suspect in this feedback loop of death.
Hey boss, they just picked up Saul downtown for public oxidization. He's being transported back to state penitentiary right now. When's he gonna learn? You can't break the law of nature.
Party people! Yeah! Tag team music in full effect. That's me, DC, the brain supreme. And my man Steve Rowland. We're kicking the flow. And it goes a little something like this. Tag team, back again. Check it, directed, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's in the house, jump, jump, rejoices. There's a party over here, a party over there. Wave your hands in the air, shake the dairy, yeah. These three words mean you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is, hit me. Whoop, there it is. 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 Upside down and inside out, I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for it to get on the mic and Marty Hype. I'm taking it back to the old school, cause I'm an old fool who's so cool. If you wanna get down, I'ma show you the way. Whoop, there it is, let me hear you say. Whoop, there it is. Come on, y'all.